They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback. High level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense will get first crack at it today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Back to pass on second down. Plucks it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen.
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. I think it's fair to say he didn't exactly have blazing speed on that one, but efficiently maneuvers his way into the end zone.
He had enough speed, Reese. Have the fastest 40 time in the world. Can you get in the end zone? Yes, he can.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pulls it, fired complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Benson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the third and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, Throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And talking to the coaches coming into the game, they weren't worried about his legs. Like, that's not something that was on the priority list. Like, he can do some damage from the pocket and throw the ball down the field, and he's got some receivers. But how about early in the game? Seeing all the space, so much space, it took a while to get down the field, but he picks up some yardage. Nice job by seeing the space and capitalizing on it.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Gonna run it. It's Highsmith. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? He's looking to pass. The field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He gets a hand on it.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. To the air on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And tackled there by the defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much better field position. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Highsmith.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Brown. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Switched ends in the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Powers through another broken tackle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really need nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scooped it! gets the blood boiling. Why like a rivalry game? Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Cornhuskers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. The give from the gun. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Makes the catch. It's Barney. Quick spin on the run. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
They'll go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
On the option. Shakes off the defender. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Fires on the move. He's got it. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Going with the counter play here. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Can't get him to the ground. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Cornhusker. He would not be denied.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Wisconsin's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one. Defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They believe they can run right here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They go play action with Joseph. Unloads to the wideout. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. The offense changing the play. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Rides to back and leaves it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air, it's Calandria. Got it in the middle, it's Ives. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll run the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's second and long. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's eyes. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Goes to the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Huskers will go for it here on fourth down. Motion from the wide receiver. He breaks a tackle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed gimme fourth down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. The throw. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. And the Huskers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Lets it go to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Punt is in the air. Wants to return it. He's going to get loose. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Calandria. He's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all.
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing Joseph. Bringing the heat. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Joseph on the play action. Makes the catch. It's Rigby. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So that penalty's going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their 1st. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's out. That's reeled in. It's Bonner. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Cornhuskers in the hurry up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Rushes on him. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, looking to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball fell.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I think both defenses are expecting to have a lot of fun in these conditions, right, guys? It is snowing. They know it's going to be really hard for these players to hold on to the football, so they're trying to make tackles, but they're also trying to scoop and score in this one because at any given time, someone can put the ball on the ground.
So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Finds his big tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The option look. Keeps it on the option. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
To the air, it's Calandria. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the eight ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. Joseph. He's got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to ride this running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Off play action. Fires to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
The screen, he's got wheels. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. They'll run the option. Plows justice and runs through another guy. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Had to get rid of it quickly.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give on the inside. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty.
Neutral zone is on that side.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go play action with Joseph. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Throwing Joseph. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we Enter the fourth quarter. Let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Keeps it on first down. Makes a man miss. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Pulls it on the option. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Looking for space. It's Nelson. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. Now facing a 3rd and long. Hands it off. Finding some room. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Badgers decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. And there he goes. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. On the option. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Finds his man. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Keeps it himself. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on, not the penalty time.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about... There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Joseph. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Now on the option. He'll keep it again on the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option, the keeper. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple of games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.